A McKinsey Global Institute report puts Asia on track to top 50% of the world's global gross domestic product by 2040, driving 40% of the world's consumption. I am now joined by Matt Kovac, the CEO of Food Industry Asia. Matt, these McKinsey reports seem pretty dramatic. How can FIA help F&B manufacturers adjust to a rapid rate of growth, both sustainably and safely?
Well, the opportunity is definitely in Asia with a really large consumer base. And I think how we will be helping companies is looking at how we can implement science-based regulations and policies to allow companies to bring new innovations to market much faster than they did in the past. I think there are going to be very demanding consumers across Asia in different pockets and different demographics. And we have to make sure that regulations and policies are flexible and they allow more of a smart regulation approach to get those products to market sooner rather than later. And of course, we have to consider sort of the entire supply chain and how companies are being able to smooth out some of the challenging issues that they have today and what might be in the future as well.
Matt, you talk about the supply chain, the value chain, but the resilience of supply is also an issue. So how can we solve that?
So we've had some pretty big challenges across supply chains over the last couple of years and in the immediate term right now. So what companies and governments will be looking at is how they sort of tweak or change that a bit. So rather than a just-in-time model, we'll be looking at a just-in-case model or a storage-based model where governments look at maybe building inventory, and companies might build their inventory a little bit more to smooth out some of the supply issues and around ports or with air freight as well. So the difference is that you might have to build up a little bit more inventory than you did in the past, just so you could smooth out some of those problems. Hopefully that will also reduce and mitigate food loss and waste. But what we don't want is governments to resort to stockpiling and restricting exports to their markets. So we still need to have free and open trade so that consumers can get the products that they want in the countries.
Thank you, Matt. We'll talk again in another episode.